Well, folks, today's the 4th of November. I'll flick around and show you what I'm up to. I've left Goldie and Ginger for a week now to give them a rest. I've just got the tub out and the bucket out ready. Just a bit of sawdust. I've been doing some work in the filter house. I'm cleaning all this down, ready to put Goldie and Ginger into sedative again and treat them again today. So what I'm going to do, I'll get it all ready, and then when I get Goldie out and Ginger out, I'll do just a quick update for all you people who are interested to know how them developing. So I'll get back to you in a bit, folks. Well then, folks, as you know, the temperatures have dropped. I've just gone to clean the tank out, ready to treat Goldie. The goddamn fittings just popped off the hose pipe under the hotel. But I'm absolutely like a drowned goddamn rat. All over my shoes. Feet are soaking wet. I haven't got Goldie out yet, so I've got to go and get changed. Copeys koi. Found the problem. The hose fitting's packed up. Things in there, for some reason it's locking in and then just blowing it back out with the pressure of the water. Of course nothing wrong with it, but I've had to change it. It's one of them, mate. Well, as you know, I've just got drowned by the hose pipe. I've been and got changed. Now I spent over an hour yesterday looking at these fish, just see if I could keep an eye on them, check them. Couldn't find nothing at all. I've just opened my shed up. I'm going to flip the camera around and I think I've got another bad fish, but this one looks like Dropsy. Now I don't think you can be able to see it, folks, on here. This is a young fry that I had probably about 5 or 6 years ago. Where's he gone? There he is. Now, to you he probably looks okay, but to me he looks swole. His eyes look bulging, his head looks small. Now 100% he looked like that yesterday, because I actually fed him yesterday. Where's he gone? There he is. He just looks unusual shape. He's going under the bridge now, so I'm going to get him out. Have a look at him, and I'll show you the result in a bit. Right then, folks, as you know, the problems I've had, I am trying different things to try and help me fish. This I advice on how to do it. This is something I'm trying to help heal the progress of my fish, because nothing else seems to be working, and I am clutching at straws, I've got to be honest with you. So the two anal fins on Ginger and Goldie, they've split and they're infected, sore if you like, red. You'll see it in the video anyway. They've got caught in my net. So anyway, damage is done. I tried to glue them the other day, well last week. I'll show you the glue. They'll get buying this, folks. This is the only glue I could get my hands on at the time. This was just to help stick the fin together so the fin could heal. So I'm going to flick around and show you. Right, this is the one I bought. The only reason I bought this, as you can see at the top, it's called gel. That don't work at all. I put it on 4 different ones, splits on the fins, and on the 2 anal fins it don't work at all, but that is like a gel. So I've replaced that now. I want to try this one, Instant Bond. This is just purely to help the anal fins. You'll see in the video when I show you in a bit the damage to them, just to help stick together, just to help them. And also I've used Ulcer Seal, and I ordered this liquid skin. This is what you can use on humans, animals, fish. I've took one out, as you can see. I ain't got a clue how this is going to work. I'm going to put this on just a small wound. So I'm trying to hold it and show you. Liquid skin. I'm going to put it on a small wound and see how it works, because the other stuff I've been using, it's like a wax. As you know, watching my videos, I've tried 2 or 3, 4 different ways of trying to melt the wax. When I made it with the hot water, the liquid, put it on the fish. There's only so long you can keep the fish out of the water before you can put it back, and it will going back to its white wax. And that has, I think I've showed parts on my videos where I've had to scoop the wax out the pond. You can see floating on the top, only little bits, not lots, so some of it's coming off. Then I tried it with a flame underneath it to warm it up and liquidise it that way. Obviously I can tell by my finger it ain't too hot. The spoon will be hot, but the wax ain't hot. Obviously never ever do that, because you're going to burn them and cause even more problems. It's hard to get a fine balance with the wax the way it's melting. The third one, I actually used the heat off my finger and on massage it, even though it's on a hot spoon. It's been left on that spoon while Goldie's been going to sleep and Ginger's been going to sleep, so that spoon has cooled down. So what I've done, I've actually used the heat of my finger, steered my finger around on the wax itself and make it manageable, if that's the appropriate word, and then applied it to the koi. Now that's the method I used last time. Now I've left them a week now, so the chance of it being on now, this skin that I've looked at, like everybody else, I googled what else I could try, and this is supposed to, like I say, if you've got a burn on your elbow, your knees, anything like that, you put this on and it actually forms a layer of skin over the wound to stop infections. So I'm still going to use that wax stuff on Goldie's pectoral fin, because that's a major big wound, but the skin I'm going to try use on the anal fins to seal that. But it all depends what they look like today. Like I say, I've got another fish now. He looks like he's got a bad case of dropsy. It looks like me culling him, but till I get him out and have a look. Yesterday he was perfectly fine. I sat there for over an hour yesterday. I've been changing things around in my filter house, trying to make things better, so I can upgrade my pipe work, which I've done one, but I'm trying to what's the word I'm looking for, get things ready so I can change other things around. So that's what I was up to yesterday, but I was keeping a close eye on my fish. Sat by my pond feeding the fish so I could check them, and I couldn't see no signs on the fish at all whatsoever. But today he's looking bad. It might just be me overreacting, I don't know, but until I get him out I don't know. So I'm just getting everything ready now. I'm going to put the sedative in the tank, that's ready, and I'll get the fish out, and then I'm going to try and film it on my tripod and show you folks. So this is the progress. And guys, as you can see, he's using that peck just slightly, but look how his peck's cleared up. All the redness is gone, and if you look at his dorsal fin, that's as clear as a bell. That's lovely. And his tail, it looks, sorry, the sun's just decided to come out right when I'm trying to film. His tail's looking amazing. Got a couple of little tears, and I think that's through. Sorry about the video work, folks. I'm trying to block the sun, but I'm hoping obviously things are getting better. I don't know what it's going to be look like underneath. Now I was talking about that wax earlier on when I done it with my finger. I know they can actually tell, folks. Yeah, I can see a little bits come off now. Look in the water. Now he's in the bowl. It's just coming off the edge of that peck. Now the other problem I've got is his anal fin, which is what he's split in the net. And the fish I've called Ginger, just so you know what I'm talking about really, has done exactly the same. I'm trying to get it on film. Obviously Goldie's insensitive at the minute, so I'm really apologise about the camera work. I ain't going to be able to show you that. The fish that's got the pop eyes and the swole, I'm going to leave that one till last. Get these two treated, because I've got a feeling that I'm going to have to cull that fish. I could just see a quick, see if I'm... You're alright mate, you're alright, yeah, alright mate, calm down. It's horrible to have to treat them, but it is nice to have that bit of contact with them. I was trying to hand feed them yesterday. I spent a lot of time yesterday looking at them to see if I could see any other problems with any other fish, and they all looked perfectly fine, to be honest. And I was devastated when I just looked and saw that other fish. He looks like he's got a bad case of dropsy. I mean, see that fin there, there's little bit of redness in it underneath, but nothing like it was. And it does look like the wax is still on the end. I don't know till I get him out. So anyway, I'll stop filming there, and when I get him on the table, I'll just show you. Then folks, I thought I'd do it in the water rather than on the table. The sun's glaring. As you can see, that's healing up lovely. He's pecked there, look. There's a little bit of redness in it, but if you look back on my videos, and that's looking white, I don't know if that's the wax that's around it or what. But you can see all the infection around his outer skin's all gone. I just need that muscle to cover up. Now the only problem is now, but turn him over. Come on, mate. Sorry about the camera working. I don't know whether you can see that there, folks. I'll just hold him over there like that. If you look just there, folks, looks like 2 small ulcers coming. So I'm going to have to treat that now. So I'll be going back, because I'm going to get him out of the water now. He's asleep now, and crack on treating him. Right then, folks, I don't know whether you can see that now. I've got that wax back on again. He's starting to come round. I've had to just trim a little bit off there, but believe it or not, that is a lot better. It's because I've trimmed it. It was all broke up and sharp. So I'm going to treat that now anyway. Flip him over, put some on the ulcers, and get him back in the water. Okay then, folks, update on Ginger. As you can see, that's looking cleaner. It's looking cleaner, but it's looking much better. Well, obviously it's got to be looking better, eh? You numped. Again, catched his no fin in the net, not too bad. I found a way of holding him in the net so that they'll roll around, causing more damage when it's in the net. But everything else, there are 2 marks on the side when I first put it in, and they've healed up lovely. When I just looked at Goldie, when I treated them, what looked like 2 ulcers, it looks actually like he's catched it, like the flesh is been caught and coming off. So I put that tramadine, is it called, on it, and then I put ulcer seal on it just to seal it, because as I was trying to get that wax onto his pec fin again, he started to come round. So I'd rather mess about with that new skin stuff that I've bought. I'm going to try that one on this one, on there. They're just starting to go, and I'm just trying to get a view of his anal fin. Don't look too bad, look, it don't. That's cleaning up lovely, that is. I'm just concerned about the damage of the net, to be honest. But what can you do? It ain't looking too bad at all, look. The redness is gone. It has stuck together by the looks of it. I'll let him go to sleep anyway, and then it's going now anyway. So I'll let him go to sleep, get him onto the table, and examine him from there. Right then, I don't know whether you can catch this. The sun's decided to come out again. It's looking a lot cleaner. The glue day work, look, it's come apart. So I might try and just glue that back on. That may have just happened in the net again. And if I just look at his back, I don't know if you can see that, but it's clean flesh. Sorry about the camera work again, folks. It looks clean flesh rather than infected. He did have 2 marks, one this side and one the other side, as you can see. The scars look all good, both sides, and there's no other damage on him. So this one does look like, apart from that being split away from there, I don't have to trim that off, to be honest with you. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try gluing that back on and put the treatment on. Crack on anyway, folks, get them back in the water. Folks, I've used this liquid skin. I'm just going to try and drop it so you can see, if you can see what it looks like. There you go, it looks almost like water. but I have already put some on. I don't know whether you can see it because I'm trying to treat the fish. There you go, it's almost like a water when it comes out. There you go. I should have read the instructions really to see. Oh, sorry about the camera work again. So I'm obviously trying to treat the fish, and I don't know whether you can see that, folks, with the sun. There's nothing I can do about it, it's just the way I am. I've had to wait for the weather to get warmer, obviously, to get the fish out, so yeah, so I've done that with her. I want to use the wax on his fin, and I'm going to get him back in the water, folks. Right then, folks, if you don't like this sort of thing, look away. As you know, yesterday I spent I don't know how long checking on my fish, couldn't find nothing at all wrong with them. This is a fish, a young fry that I had with a friend of mine. We shared 250 fry each in an holding tank just before I had Mason. Got rid of the tank, kept a couple of the young ones myself, and this is one of them, and it looked like he got signs of dropsies. So if you don't like this now, turn away. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, folks. I really are going to treat this fish. He's insensitive. His eyes are bulging, as you can see. His scales look like them starting to flare out here. Signs of all ulcers all over his back tail. Redness on his side. All over. And this is one of my own fry that I grew, even in the back of his tail. You might think, well, if you're treating all the others, why am I going to call this? I can feel just by touching his tail there, I can feel that his scales are starting to they pop out. Now there you can actually see that blister on his tail, look, almost like a water blister. Yeah, his scales are all, I feel sorry about the camera work again. I'm just trying to look at the fish. You can probably all see it now, the redness all round there. Red blotch on there. His skin's even going white in places. Fairing up, you can just catch it there on the outline of him. His eyes are bulging out of his head. His head's shrunk, look. If you can see his head from his body. You can actually see his body starting to swell out. It makes me wonder now, do I keep on putting chemicals in? I don't know whether it's a mixture of chemicals. They're actually now in the freshest water they've had in months. As you see on my last video, I cleaned all my filter out. Well, I over the crap out the bottom, but I clean my K1 or nothing like that. So many people going through this year. I've noticed that Joe and Mark, they found ulcers on their fish. Mike, Guy Beginnings, he's got a fish now with the signs of it. Can't explain it really. They'll go into the panic mode that I did. Emptying everything, thinking it's a liner, thinking it's this, thinking it's that, thinking it's the other. Me personally, in my experience now, I don't believe it's none of it. I believe it's fish that I've bought in. Some people have said it's the flow in my pool. I'm trying to justify that flow. But in all fairness, it's run like that for 6 years without a problem, without an issue, with a lot more bigger fish. I got rid of this year 14 fish early this year. You can actually see like bits of flakes of skin coming off the top of him there, look. He's insensitive at the minute, just going to sleep. I know that you can pick that up on the camera because that reflection. I lost a fish earlier this year with the same thing. I called that one as well. Is it because the treatments ain't working? Is it because I'm putting too many treatments in? I really don't know, folks. And to be honest with you, for what it's cost me, and you all know I've spent a lot of money this year, different chemicals and stuff, trying different things. I'm still trying it with Goldie and Ginger. They do seem to be getting a little bit better. Whether Goldie will pull through, I can't see it really. But I keep trying. I think to myself now, you work out how much I've spent over this year for a bottle of sedative. I could have took them out of the pool, and all the ones that I thought had got a problem, cull them. And the £700, maybe £800 I've spent this year now, I could have bought myself new. I know it's either way to do it, but there's nothing wrong with this fish. And now look at him. It's just dreadful, absolutely heartbreaking. I would like to say while I'm doing this video, massive thank you to all the messages. An earlier video I put this at the end of Copeys Koi, and you can understand now, it's another fish I'm losing, and he ain't a little fish, he's a big fish. Tell by the size of me hand, look, I don't know what size he is, I don't measure him. But he's a nice size fish. Beautiful patterns in him. Yeah, I'd like to thank every single person for all the support, all the messages. It's overwhelming, especially when there's times like this. I've got to be honest with you now, if it were for Mason, I keep saying it, if it were for Mason I really would pack this hobby in. I really would. That's because my age, the cost of it is for me is outweighing the enjoyment. I know I've had a bad year this year, but to keep losing fish after fish after fish, and like I say, what do? Buy more treatment and treat the pool again. I'm treating these fish, and look what's happening to these fish. So is the treatment working, or is it backfiring, making things worse? I really don't know, folks. I've never had to go to this extreme with my pond in all the years I've had my fish. I just hope people can learn by a lot of more mistakes. Thank you all for watching, folks. I'm going to end it here. Catch you on the next one. Okay then, folks, so the fish with dropsy. I think it's dropsy anyway, it's all the signs and symptoms of it. But he has got blisters. I'm looking down at him, he's just asleep in the water. I hate treating that fish. I'm culling him. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to scrape that fish. I've just set my microscope up, and I'm going to see if there's anything that I can find on it, and then I'll let you know, folks. I'm out in a t-shirt. It's probably about 10 degrees out here. And I don't know what to do anymore. Well, folks, I've done 2 scrapes on that fish that looked like it got dropsy. I've even changed over my 10 times zoom, my 15 times zoom. I can't find nothing at all on that fish. I'm just assuming that is dropsy. I have seen that before. So you can't treat what you can't find. So where do you get from here, folks? I don't really know. I don't know whether you want me to keep videoing the progress. I've left it a week this time. There ain't much change if I'm honest. Just slight changes. Slight improvements on Goldie. Slight improvements on Ginger. Oh, the sun's just come out, look. Oh no. Yeah, there is slight changes after my last video. What I might do now, I might leave it 2 or 3 weeks before I do it again, because it's just repeating the same thing and there ain't really much difference apart from the products that I'm using, obviously. Sorry about the camera work, folks, the sun's come out. See if we can get the camera. Yeah, there's that. Yeah, like I say, I'm just showing you the same thing over and over again. I just wanted to show you see if you can see the difference and the way I'm treating the fish. Is it making a difference? and will it help you people out there treating? Personally, I think from day one, if I'd have knew then what I know now, I think I would have called them, if I'm perfectly honest. They do seem to be getting slightly better. Goldie, I don't think that's ever going to heal. I'm just hoping that it does, and obviously the cold weather ain't helping at all. So I'm going to treat him every third day like I was going to. I'm going to treat him once a week, unless I see a bad change. I did see them 2 sores on Goldie's head, so I might not leave it that long for Goldie, just to keep an eye on them 2 sores on his head. But the water now should be a hell of a lot cleaner than what it has been for quite a number of months. As you know, like I said before, I've cleaned my filter out, hoovered all the crud out the bottom of my Nexus, filled that back up. It's all up and running. Obviously I've had to top the water back up, plus the amount of rain that we're having. So I should imagine most of them chemicals have wore away a lot. And now I'm in the dilemma now, do I add more or do I leave it as is? And then I'll go and find that fish today with more problems. I don't know where to go from here, folks, I really don't. And I'm sorry I called help nobody out who was going through the same thing as well. I do appreciate you all watching my videos, folks. Until next time, look after yourselves.